Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod. That would have been Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. That was playing in the Peach Pit at the end when Brenda comes and tells everybody what bad friends they've been to her after she broke the law and whatever. I'm Jeff, and we're the same, you and I. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my cuz-host.
I'm Leslie, and obviously you're not my friend anymore.
Oh, yeah. You guys, only two of you came to bail me out in the middle of the night. The rest of you suck. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the memo where we're supposed to be your ride or die, bitch.
We gotta all stop what we're doing because Brenda made a bad choice. Okay, let's do that. This week, Cheesemeisters, we are watching and talking about Season 4, Episode 24, Cuffs and Links. Original air date, March 16th, 1994. Did you throw up in your mouth or throw something this episode?
No, I maybe threw something that I couldn't have Rocky too, because every time
Rocky,
he was on screen, I just melted.
he's adorable, Rocky too.
He can barely walk.
I know, but
Oh my!
give him that milk. Let him have it. I don't know, Nat, what you're doing letting animals on the table in your restaurant, but not great. That's all I'm
No.
saying. All right, so here's what happens in this episode. Brenda,
I
yeah,
just
tell
thought
me.
because I did want to throw things whenever Kelly was on one about like, oh my god, every time Brendan needs help, you're there to help her. I'm like, you have no room to talk, honey. You wrecked that relationship, and now you get to deal with like, oh wait, he probably loved her more than he will ever love me.
It's a rough spot to find yourself in, but I think Kelly is she's close to the end of her rope here with this Dylan relationship, it seems.
Good.
Either I'm number one or fuck off. Basically.
Dude.
And Dylan, I think Dylan's almost to the end too, because he's like, I said I'm sorry, fuck right off.
He
Like, what more do you want?
that's another okay. I'm not gonna comment on it yet, but that also leans into like one of the things I think this episode is really about. But anyway,
Awesome.
synopsis.
Yeah. So Brenda's in the bracelets, being hauled off to the county jail for her crime of being in the hallway. And she spend the night there, and Dylan and Kelly come to bail her out, but they're not allowed. $50,000 bond, and they don't go right across the street to Max Cherry, bail bondsman, which is I wish we hadn't committed to Legally Blonde because then we could watch Jackie Brown because there's a bail bondsman in that episode or in that movie. Either way, whatever, we'll get there. And what's that?
We can change it.
No, it's okay. We're good. And so they don't bail her out, so she has to spend the night in the hoosegow. But they do have to go the next day and tell Jim and Cindy that Brenda's been arrested. And Jim's like, she's sleeping upstairs. What are you talking about? Arrested. She's snug as a bug in a rug upstairs, all cozy. And Dylan's like, nope, she's not sleeping. She's sitting on a hard bench doing hard time. And Cindy is floored, as per usual. She's like, I even go to school with her. How did I not know this was happening?
Right.
It's bad. And it's so bad that it ruins Jim and Brandon's attempts to go play golf with Steve and Rush Sanders. Welcome to the party, Rush Sanders. What'd you think of Rush? Rush is a dick. Rush is a big dick.
Well, did it explain some things about Steve?
Doesn't it just? Because Rush is like, hey, we're supposed to play in this tournament at the golf club, and here's what you're playing for. And I don't play golf, but here's what I know. You're playing for hardware, the trophies, and you're playing for shop credit. That's what you're playing for. Rush wants the hardware and the shop credit real bad. And so bad that he was willing to cheat last night when he thought that they were playing against the Walshes.
Fuck. That's so
right?
lame. That's
It's
so
super lame.
lame. I hadn't thought about that, buddy.
I had neither until right this
Come
second.
on.
Yeah.
Okay, is that also a legitimate way to cheat?
I mean, anything that sort of gives you more, let your ball travel farther, probably. It helps driving. I mean, I'm a terrible golfer. Like, unless what you've done to the golf balls prevents them from going into the woods, it won't help me. Because they just into the woods every time I hit it. I'm terrible. I'm real bad.
I just thought they were balls and you either fill them with air or in the case of a golf ball, it's just a solid piece of matter. I had no idea you could charge it up.
It's not. Neither one of those things is correct. I mean, basketball and volleyball, football, yeah, you fill them with air. A baseball and a golf ball are wound um, matter string filament kind of thing in the middle, and then encased. Baseball's encased in like a leathery um,
But
sewn deal, and a golf ball is in that like hard plastic. And I guess whatever Rush did, it makes it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the science behind Rush's cheating. I just know that Rush wanted to win this tournament so bad. He was like, I probably need to cheat to beat Jim Walsh, who hasn't played golf in 3 or 4 years, depending on how long he's lived here, because he doesn't know. And but instead, Jim and Brandon have to stay back because Brenda's in jail. And they get paired, Rush and Steve, with Rush's number one rival at the golf course, Bary Bonds, you guys, and his dad, Bobby Bonds. Um, do you know who Bary Bonds is? Do you know who Bobby Bonds is?
I've heard of Bary Bonds.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you know about Bary Bonds? Like when I say Bary Bonds, what is there anything that comes to mind?
No.
Okay. All right. Here you go, Cheese Meisters. I'm going to assume that all of you know as much about baseball as Leslie. Bary Bonds and Bobby Bonds both were baseball players. Um, Here's why it's awesome that this is Bary Bonds. Bary Bonds is never going to get in the Hall of Fame because he took way too much steroids. He cheated like a motherfucker and broke home run records, and he was gonna be in the Hall of Fame if he hadn't done it. That's how good he was. And then he took like all the steroids. And
No.
this is before his steroid stuff really got going. So the irony of there being a storyline about cheating and Bary Bonds is the victim of it and not the perpetrator is hilarious. It almost, yeah, kinda, yeah. I mean, it would have been nicer. I don't know. Like maybe they could have gone with OJ here, um, as like a bad person to get involved with on the golf course, but Bary Bonds is part of a cheating scandal is hilarious. So good job. Um,
Wow.
yeah. And Steve is like, why are you cheating? You're such an asshole. And Rush is like, I wouldn't cheat so much if you didn't suck. And Steve's like, fair point, but also rude. And then Steve's like, I'm going to lose on purpose because fuck you. And Rush is like, please don't do that. I'd like a trophy, pretty please. It matters to my fragile male ego.
Yeah.
And Steve's like, fine, but you got to not cheat in the sudden death overtime to win. And so whatever, who cares? It's stupid. Because meanwhile, Josh Richland is like ready to pounce on this Brandon story because he's found out, he knows about Lucinda now. How he knows and what he knows, we don't know, but he knows. And he's ready to go to print with this thing. Hey, I hear your sister just got arrested, Brandon. Not going to write about that. Probably not interesting. I'm focused on this profile on you. Mend is a takedown unless, could I interest you in being blackmailed? Because maybe we can do that instead. And Brandon's like, oh yeah, come at me, bro. And if you do, I'll take you down to Chinatown. And yeah. And Josh is like, get ready to get fucked hard. And Brandon's like, I'm gonna get you back if you do it. But Josh is like, here's the blackmail scenario. you agree to support my candidacy next fall for class office, and I bury this story. And Brandon says, what? What are you talking about? What? What? This was all, what? This was about blackmail this whole time? And what? Why, why does my endorsement matter for next? What? This doesn't make any sense. Leave my house. That might have been my reaction and not Brandon's, but what the fuck, Josh? So Josh leaves, and then Brandon goes to talk to Lucinda at the gym, and he's like, "Hey, look, I know that you got your grant all of a sudden. What? And you're gonna leave campus immediately. What? When did this fucking happen? What?" And she says, "How about you give me a kiss goodbye?" And he's like, "Who'd you fuck?"
Jesus.
And she's like,
Hard.
"Rude." Yeah. She's like, "That's rude. You should leave the gym. I'm gonna go sweat some more."
Oh my god. Their timing was magnificent. Who'd you sleep with to get your grant? Nice to know you, Brandon. Yeah, you too.
Uh-huh. It's fucking weird, this episode.
What I just watched.
You watched all of it happen real fast. And then Brenda is like, "I should go apologize to Andrea for fucking up her work." And Jesse's like, "Don't talk to us. Accessories after the fact." I'm not sure that's how that works, but Jesse's a law student. He probably knows more than me. And so everybody is like, "Don't talk to Brenda. Accessory after the fact." And Brenda's also like, "Ow, you guys suck." And uh, it, and she's like, "Oh, I guess I'm gonna go to prison or something." And then one of the other protester rapscallions shows up at her house, and it turns out he's in the feds. He's just like Carla's uncle.
My jaw dropped.
Yeah.
I was watching the episode like, this is better than trying to figure out how they solve their eating disorder in 45 minutes. How are they
Yeah.
going to save Brenda? And then that happened, and I was floored.
He comes all the way fucking out of nowhere. And they're like, "Hey, all you got to do is snitch on your homies."
Turn out
And
witness.
yeah. And Brenda's like, "Done. I cared very deeply about this animal rights movement until about 4 seconds ago when it seemed like there might be consequences. So who do you want me to roll over on?"
Veggie burger? Who ordered that?
Yeah, come on.
Fake.
Yeah. Now there's veggie burgers. Apparently she's a vegetarian now. Nobody ever said that either. I don't know. Lisa Simpson stuck with it, but she got to hang out in a garden up on top of the Quickie Mart with Paul and Linda McCartney. So,
Aww.
yep, because they're vegetarians. The secret entrance, by the way, is behind the non-alcoholic beer.
Wait. Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. Which, you know, just in case people don't know, when Paul and Linda asked Apu, what happens if people want non-alcoholic beer, they're going to find the entrance to the secret garden. Apu says, "Funny, it's never come up
Oh my
because nobody wants non-alcoholic beer." Gross.
It's not that bad.
It's not that good either.
Scratch.
So anyway, Brenda turns rat, and the rat symbolizes obviousness. And she's everything's okay now. And I feel like that's the end of this fucking episode. What the fuck with this episode?
There's so much here and there, yeah, with other characters, of course, but this episode is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, they mash the gas pedal in about 6 different places, and you get whiplash, and you don't know why or how or what. But I'll tell you what I think this episode is really about. I felt like Jim with all this Brandon stuff. So yeah, fucking Jim, this whole episode is like, what has been happening in my house? Like Brenda was asleep upstairs and now she's in prison. And I got all of that to worry about. I just had to go get 50 grand somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where Jim is digging up 50 grand, but he did. He apparently didn't borrow it from
Sure?
Dylan. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Carson. Um, anyway, Jim's got the money, but he's worried this could bankrupt them, and also Brenda might spend the rest of her life in prison. You know, whatever, yada yada. And he's like, "This is as bad as it could possibly get. What are you up to, Brandon?" And Brandon's like, "Well, remember that Josh guy that was just here? He threatened to blackmail me. What? Why? How could he do that? What have you ever done wrong, Brandon? You saved 2 lives that 1 year of high school. Like, you're above reproach." And Brandon's like, "Let me show you some reproach." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm sleeping with somebody," and Jim's like, "Big deal, everybody does." And he's like, "Yeah, but she's 26 and married," and Jim's like, "Well, that's not great. Um, but you know, I got Brenda to worry about." And Brandon's like, "Oh, she's on the faculty," and Jim's like, "This could ruin your political career. Shit, this is worse than when Brenda moved out, and I ignored that." Uh
I don't even know where to begin with everything you just said because
so
it
much.
is a whole lot of hullabaloo, a whole lot of hooey for Lucinda to be 26 and that important on the faculty for anyone to give a shit about
Hmm.
her being with a student. I'm sorry. I was in the theater department at IU and there was so much grad student dating
Yeah.
undergrads that they were teaching. I don't want to fucking hear it. Um, I'm not saying it was right, but like get off your high horse. This isn't a real thing. And also, like, Brandon thinking that this is going to impact him at all. Like, buddy, you really think you're disenfranchised and you're not, not even close. You're going to
No.
be fine. This will make you a god to all your
Hmm.
friends. You haven't met Pacey yet, who will sleep with the teacher at an inappropriate time.
Right.
Got it. Okay. And it
Hmm.
doesn't ruin his life. Anyway,
Pacey was inspired. I don't know. He ended up living on a boat.
on a
I don't
boat.
know if that's good.
Um, but to
I
add
just,
also, go ahead.
yeah. No, no.
Oh, I, Jim doesn't like Brenda.
Well, can you blame him?
Jim is Lucille Bluth going, I don't care for Job. I don't care for Brenda.
I can you blame him? Like
Both of
he
his kids suck. Don't act like one is worse than the other. Both of your kids suck.
well, yeah, because here's the other thing. Like, well, I don't know. It's so
The
hard to
one
know how to
the one that
wrangle
you
this,
think
but
the one that you think is less of a problem hates you. Has said you disappoint him many times. So fuck off.
that, but also, Brandon, would you like to drive my Bentley? You look like someone who hasn't gotten 3 speeding tickets in the last month. Um, no one mentions Mondale. No one. Nope. Oh, you got a DUI, wrecked your car. You're lucky you didn't kill somebody. You're probably more trustworthy than Steve.
You got
You
your
didn't try to.
completely stripped.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You had your car left there after, and now in your defense, Emily drugged you. But still, like somebody could have brought that car. Whatever. I don't want to deal with it. But Jim is like, look, I thought it was bad, Brenda, when I had to go and get you in Mexico. Um, and then I thought it was bad when I had to go get you in Las Vegas. And I thought it was bad when you tried to move out of our house and go live with Dylan. It was so bad I sent you to Paris. Remember that? That was bad. Um, I don't know what to do with you. Remember that time you moved out? I didn't even remember this to become a stand-up comedian or whatever the fuck. Um, that was bad.
Remember
Like
that time you wasted all of our money going to Minnesota and then came back?
like 4 days into the semester. Ridiculous person. I put up with a lot of shit with you, Brenda, and now you've been arrested uh, for trying to free napping kittens. Idiot.
Right. Oh my god, those poor animals.
Yeah, and so Jim doesn't know what to do because all of this is crazy. And that's how I feel because I didn't know that Lucinda got a grant. I didn't know Lucinda was leaving. I didn't know any of this shit was happening. Like,
There's a whole hidden episode between last week's and this week, honestly.
apparently, yeah, where all of the Lucinda stuff happened.
And
And
like uh, I could st- I can or I can't explain it, But I have, again, an explanation for that of sorts, but it's not what I want to get to just yet on what this episode is really about because there's still one other thing to cover,
Okay.
at least
And I'm
on my list. Go ahead.
still flummoxed because Jim, n- me and Jim, look, Brenda, 2 weeks ago, you were out on a jog or whatever. No, not even you. You weren't even there. Donna was out on a jog and found a puppy. And now you've been arrested because you cared so deeply about this dog that you met 2 weeks ago. But not that deeply because you're going to turn rat on everybody. I don't understand any of it. None of this makes sense to me.
Once again, should have done what I did when I got fired up thinking about who abused my dog. Write a fucking play about it.
There you go. Yeah, sit down, act, write, create.
No,
Don't go to
John.
prison.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Write like you're running out of time.
That's right. All right, what do you think this episode's really about? Fuck this thing.
I know. Steve has a lot to overcome.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sure obviously the whole episode is not about this, but I think it is significant in like getting insight into why Steve is the tool that he is, to say the
Yeah.
least, because his dad clearly endorses cheating.
Uh-huh.
And, I think on a deeper level, parents are confusing.
Okay.
Because at least Rush is, because he is shitting on Steve the whole time. You suck, you suck, you suck. And then all of a sudden he tells Steve, I'm only doing this because you're a better golfer than I ever was.
I know he's all over the place.
Which is it? And like, not saying I have any personal experience with this, but like, which is it?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah, Rush is an asshole.
and you know, this is where it's tough for me to comment on because like I'm not a parent. Any kids I've worked with have been like student teacher thing. So like I have to be a lot more careful with what I say because parents could get mad or I really don't want to wreck this kid because also they're not my like full-time
Right.
responsibility.
Sure,
And
sure,
like
sure.
I no human is perfect. Like
Right.
you say things to your kid out of whatever emotion is coursing through you. And
Mm-hmm.
also kids can only understand in a binary to a
Right.
point. I don't know
Yeah.
when that changes exactly. But like Steve is clearly at a point. There comes a point where like you can start having more conversations with your kid, more in depth, and Rush just completely like threw that aside, never wanted to deal with it. So like it's I'm never going to have sympathy for Steve, but I think I have a little bit of empathy realizing you have had very mixed messaging thrown at you.
Yeah.
Like granted, I'm glad. I really did like the moment where, Rush is trying to tear him down and Steve went, no, that's not going to work anymore.
Right.
And I'm like, this will come back, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
I
as someone who has had to stand up to many a relative trying to shit on your dreams or,
make you cheat at golf.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy. It's easier to stand up for yourself in the moment, but it's so much harder to remember to not believe what they say.
Right.
So yeah, Steve has a lot to overcome in like, what are you going to decide, buddy? Are you really going to lean into what you know to be true about yourself and try to be better and be better than your dad because you see that it's a problem? Or are you going to lean into what's easy, which is
Mhm.
being a rich asshole?
I mean, we've seen Steve all year laboring under the shadow of Rush. Like Rush has come up a number of times, with his getting into Keg House and not wanting to get kicked out of Keg. And like, this was where Rush went to school, even though like a couple years ago it was USC where Rush went to school. It's okay. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Oh, wow. I forgot that.
Yeah, the MI Blue Party, with Dixon St. Clair's entire fucking uh, museum in the fraternity house.
I blocked that out when she showed a whole fucking display of mall setups in her room. I'm like, this
Mhm.
is real.
Of course, it's the best. Um, Shasta Walton Goggins once again.
Yeah.
Um, but like, so now we're getting a picture of why Steve is under this shadow of Rush, like what the shadow of Rush really is, and it is negging. It is a soft moral compass at best. Um, it is a you're a loser all the time. Except for when it makes me feel where it helps me to tell you that you're good at something, then maybe we'll win shop credit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, we do get more of a picture of why Steve is the way he is. Um, but the way he is sucks.
Yep.
So there's that.
Oh yeah.
Um, all right, here's something that I think this episode is really about. Um, do what you want. It's fine. That's what it's about. Do what you want. It's fine. Rush and Steve, like, oh, you cheated for like 17 holes. As long as you stop cheating now, it's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll win. Fuck off, Bary Bonds. And Bobby Bonds. Fuck yourself too. Brenda, go ahead and be a criminal. And then turn rat. It's fine. Just go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're good. Brandon, flirt with your professor's wife, blackmail your professor to help your friend, sleep with your professor's ex-wife, same lady as the first time. Even though she's a professor, it's fine. Go ahead and do it. Then pretend that Kelly is your girlfriend. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Threaten Josh Richland. It's fine. Go ahead. It's cool. Yell at Lucinda, accuse her of sleeping with someone to get her grant, which we've seen Lucinda. I don't think she would sleep with someone to get her grant. I think she would sleep with someone and get her grant. She's fine.
Yeah, it's not far afield, and also she's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. She got that sweet grant. She's going to make that movie everybody wants to see. Dylan, Brenda, Kelly, do what you want. It's fine. Like, you want to go try to bail Brenda out in the middle of the night and call that sergeant sir when it's a ma'am? Go ahead. You want to tell Jim? It's fine. You want to make out with Kelly? It's fine. You break up with Kelly? Maybe. I don't know what's going on with you two, but it doesn't seem great.
Right.
Yeah, you wanna like abandon Brenda and not be her friend right now, and that's fine. Go ahead. No big deal. Um,
No
Donna?
one cares about lawyers. These lawyers are out of their mind. They're ridiculous.
Well, you've got Jesse. I mean, look,
They all
there's nothing better than a law student, is what I'm saying.
they all talk such smack about him. They're like, that's ridiculous.
I know. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm a freshman in college. I know best. Yeah, everybody just whatever. It's all gonna be okay. Even if what you're doing doesn't make any damn sense. Even if it came out of nowhere. Even though we didn't know you got a grant last week. Exhausted by this stupid episode. What
Well,
else? Yeah.
and to that end, the fight gets exhausting.
Yeah.
Listen, John gets tired of fighting over trying to exact vengeance on Brandon. It's tiring. Done.
Yeah. He just gives
Uh,
up.
Brenda trying to be Kelly's friend and kind of vice versa. Done.
Yeah.
Kelly being jealous of Brenda at the very end. Oh god, this is tiring too. God, just you're exhausting. Brenda, you're exhausting, but it's exhausting fighting you.
Mm-hmm.
That's we'll get back together. Um Everyone's exhausted by avoiding and ignoring Brenda. So they all I mean
Yeah.
okay, I want to come back to that later. Cause that felt deep.
Uh-huh.
uh Writers filling in stories, filling in any kind of, how this came to be or why this is going to be. They're just tired. It's been a long season and they're like, the end is in sight. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
no, Brenda can't go to jail. Just I don't know, fucking make that extremist an agent and have her turn rat. She's a kid. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Remember Carla and her uncle? Let's do that again.
yeah, yeah. And then lastly, Dylan is just he I was getting kind of mad at why I always get mad at this in TV whenever something is being said about another person and then no one is sticking up for them or
Mm.
and in this case, Kelly's just shitting on Brenda and getting mad at Dylan, and Dylan's just standing there unfazed. And I'm like, and he does have a few lines where he's like, "She's our friend."
Hmm.
And I really needed him to add in there too, like, we had a very long and strong relationship until, I remembered, you know, cheating's a thing, and I
Hmm.
saw you and think we're maybe soulmates. Like,
Do what you want. It's fine.
but Dylan is tired of Kelly's bullshit, and I don't really blame him.
Yeah.
And yeah, they might be headed for a breakup, which would be fine with me because I'm kind of tired of them too.
Yeah.
Um Again, Kelly, look in the mirror, honey.
You look very cute. Is that what you meant?
You're cute, but also like you did this. I mean, yeah, you have a right to be insecure because you broke up a relationship.
Right. Yeah. Your shit got started on some rocky ground.
And granted, they were toxic and they were shaky,
Granite.
and I mean, they couldn't be in separate rooms without flirting with someone else.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
Nonstop.
all that to say, this episode is just how the fight gets exhausting and follow through is
Hmm.
tough.
Yeah. Um, Brandon is hard
Always.
again in this episode because he's threatening. Remember how he threatened Josh? Where Josh was like, "Hey, what if I blackmail you?" And Brandon's like, "Come at me, bro.
Do it.
Do it, and I will get you." And like,
Make
what
me
kind of power do
famous.
you have? This is what I don't understand. Why? There's so much I don't understand. What kind of power does Brandon have? Like, why is Josh like building a blackmail scheme to get this guy's endorsement next fall for sophomore class president or whatever it is? Junior, I guess he's probably well, I'd just be class president.
Yeah.
Um, why does Brandon have any kind of pull? It's not like the chancellor appoints the president or the dean. He's on a fucking task force. Like, what? What?
He
And
wants to
then
be a victim. He wants to be a victim, and he thinks that will give him power because
who
of what
who who
happened to take
does?
back the night. Brandon.
Right, but no, but what I'm saying is, why does Josh think Brandon has any power to help him get elected?
Oh, great question.
So much so that he's like, I need to blackmail this guy in order to secure his support. And then why does Brandon think that he can get anybody?
The
What are you talking
show
about? You're gonna get Josh?
the
Who
show
are
wants you to
you?
believe that these people are heroes and powerful.
Brandon's not.
No,
He's
I
a
know that, but
freshman.
the writers clearly think so.
I don't buy it. Makes no fucking sense to me. You guys
You're supposed to
knock it
make
off.
sense. Yeah. Well, they've
All
never
of
made
it.
it.
Yeah, knock it off. This is dumb. I don't understand. And then Brandon gets all like, "Who'd you sleep with to get your grant, Lucinda?" Like, what? Why is he so aggro there? Like,
Because he loves to be the victim.
I
Being the victim means he gets to say shit like this.
well, he loves to be the
Even though he's
savior,
not
but
even though he's not really a victim, but he wants so badly to have a reason to beat this aggro and this full of the fight. Like Brandon, unlike everyone else, could do this all day.
100%. I don't. But like,
But he's bad cap.
right? What did Lucinda do to Brandon specifically that makes him so angry? Like, they broke up last week because because she was who she is.
Yeah.
Like, she flirted with Dylan. Okay. You broke up. Okay. She didn't do anything between then and now except for get this grant and is going to leave the university to make Brandon be like, now I'm going to fuck you up. What what the fuck, Brandon? Calm down.
It's like people who are obsessed with having the last word, like,
Yeah.
good or bad anymore. Like, I'm kind of anytime I catch a whiff of that, I'm like, okay, just you got
Yeah.
it. You got the last word. You
Yep. Yeah. Here's something this episode is really about. You know, Donna, you know you can just adopt a dog, right? Like this is the hardest way possible to get a free dog. It's crazy. I don't none of that. It's a long way to go to get a cute puppy when you like there's a million other ways to get a cute puppy that don't involve the feds in any way, shape, or form.
I'm also worried now because I'm like, okay, I don't think I don't think a dog's gonna be part of the show. What's gonna happen to you? Or are they just gonna be like, it lives with my parents. It lives at Jackie's. It lives at Mel Silver's.
Yeah, I honest to God don't remember what happens with Rocky 2. I think every now and again there's a mention that Rocky 2 exists, but
We're just never
I
gonna see this dog again.
probably not. And I don't think we're ever gonna see um like a leash hanging next to the door or like dishes with food and water in it. No one's gonna come in with a bag of kibble like like whenever someone who's not Andrea gets pregnant and has to walk around with stuff in front of them so that they hide the baby bump, I don't think it's ever gonna be a bag of kibble.
Oh my god, so much to look forward to.
Yeah.
These
So
kids pregnant on TV.
I know.
I mean,
It's wonderful.
we're already experiencing it with Andrea, but I mean, Gabrielle said, I don't want to hold boxes and shit, which again,
Um, I just want to dress like a blueberry and go to church. I still love her church outfit. It might be my favorite fit from the entire show. Until we get to like nothing but midriffs because I like belly buttons. Not my own. Don't untie me. Leave me alone. But Andrea's blueberry outfit is violet. It's giving Violet Beauregard, and I love it.
but
Um,
after the trauma of Willy Wonka and realizing I could be a better person.
yeah, well, sure, but Andrea's always been a better person.
Yeah.
Um, what's up with the Walshes and the Feds? Like, how you get involved with the Feds so many times, you guys?
It's
I
just
don't get
part of
it.
living in Beverly Hills.
Is it? Well, I mean, Dylan's been involved with the Feds, obviously, because of Jack and Christine. Um, has Steve been involved with the Feds yet? No, but I mean, if Hutch had turned him in, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
or if Randall had turned him in.
Feds probably
Uh,
came. Oh, I mean, the feds came to school probably whenever he broke in and
yeah,
they were watching the tape. So sure,
could have been.
feds came to check on where Andrea lives at Grandma
Well,
Rose's
the
house.
state anyway. Yeah, I wonder, like, w- why there wasn't an informant deep inside Frank Padilla's street racing gang.
Mm.
Like, how come the feds couldn't have found out that that guy ran over Andrea?
Dude, because
Right?
then they would have really found out it was Gil Myers.
Wow. Okay, but in Gil's defense, he didn't do that.
No, he did.
Gil's the best.
Gil, Gil
He
told
shaved
him.
his beard and everything. Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway, um, anything else that you think this episode might really have been about? Like, oh, here's something. Because I think you were hinting at it earlier.
mhm.
Um, is is this the writers and all of the other actors being sick of Shannon?
Okay, it felt that way when
Uh-huh.
she comes in and the weariness on everyone's face.
Mhm.
Like they've all had a scene with Brenda trying to talk with them, even though we did not see that. Like we haven't seen her have a lot of interaction with everyone, certainly
Mhm.
not everyone together or separate. But yeah, this really felt like we are tired of your shit.
Mhm.
And I mean,
And then you give her dialogue like, "I hope none of you feel as alone as I feel."
Yeah.
Because I think in real life, she is one, we know because these are things that Shannon said before she died. Like a lot of her problems on set were because she had married someone who was an active addict and
Yeah.
she was dealing with that shit and doing the best she could for someone in her 20s. You know what she's doing.
Right?
And it made her a difficult person to work with. And everybody got sick of her shit. So they're like, let's keep some distance. And Shannon now dealing with some real problems feels abandoned, potentially, is
Yeah.
maybe what's happening. And then we write it into the story.
God.
So she doesn't get any support from her friends except for Dylan. And then Kelly's even like, why are you helping this bitch at 2 a.m? Like, well, you're the only one. And he's like, I'm trying to help our friend. Why are you like this?
Yeah.
And and then at the end, she's like, okay, you guys all suck. None of you are good friends. Sure, I just destroyed your life's work, Andre. I hope your baby doesn't die. My bad. But
Oh God.
I know it's rough. Um,
It was really, I mean, as much as I hated it for her to feel that way, Brenda, Shannon together, I thought it was so unfair of Brenda to be like, you all made me feel so alone. I don't want to be subpoenaed.
right, right,
Dare you assume that your life's problems are more important than mine? Like,
right,
I loved Jesse coming in and defending Andrea and him be like, "No, this isn't just about, like, you not being able to handle it. Like, I'm a fucking law student. I know what I'm talking about." I love
right,
that. Um, Not to mention she'd probably be, like, even more full-blown preggers by the time she's having to, like, go to court. I'm like,
right.
"Really? I gotta deal with this and being kicked? Fuck you, Brenda."
Yeah.
Um, Everyone else has their own shit. I definitely don't wanna deal with your poor choices leading
Mhm.
you to jail, possibly prison. Like, let's talk after? Yeah, maybe we'll talk after. Like, they haven't given up on being your friend, but you need to be understanding of why people may not want to talk to you or
Right.
associate with you right now.
Yeah, like if you don't want me to react negatively to your bullshit, how about don't do some bullshit?
The only person who really needed to be called out was Kelly. And then the abrupt turnaround of, I don't know, of, Kelly and then Andrea coming out to like, come on, Shannon, we really do want you here and all that. Like,
Right.
it's lovely and nice, but yeah, I am itching to know what the fuck went on. I know it's pointless, but I'm still that it's that human itch of like, what happened? Um,
Yeah.
why did you all hate each other so much? And I mean, I know they're okay now, or they
Yeah.
were okay. But
Yeah.
still, I'm like, good God, it's weird when stuff bleeds into the script.
Yeah. When you can kind of see it on screen a little bit. Yeah. It's not great.
Where did listen, yes, we can all act tired, but when you see it in people's face,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Well, I mean, she had been up all night in prison. So
oh, I
try
don't even
acting, dear boy.
I mean I guess Andrea could easily look tired because she's pregnant. Like, Gabrielle was just like, "This is here. This is natural."
Yep. I'm gonna sit in this booth.
But no,
I'm gonna sit right here.
everyone looked tired of the bullshit, and, like,
Hmm.
I think Brandon's kinda tired of pulling the weight of, like, "Look, you're my twin, and I love you in weird ways, but, like, I'm tired. I've been dealing with shit."
Yeah. I got this whole Lucinda thing going on. I mean, it's fine. She's leaving, and Josh isn't gonna blackmail me, and maybe I'll support him next year. I don't know.
See, once again, people should be mad at Brenda and Brandon combined because they're both reaping what they've sowed,
Hmm.
and they're wondering, like, why aren't you all hugging me? Why
Yeah.
aren't you all pitying me and feeling bad for me? Give me a veggie burger, please.
I know. I'm the golden boy girl. You know, love me. It's okay. Don't. I don't know, man. This episode drives me crazy. A-
Blame
As
you.
discussed, it just. And I don't want to. I don't want to be driven crazy by it, but here we are. I, you know.
And here we are.
Yep, we made it here. Um, Anything else this episode might really have been about?
No.
All right, what did this bullshit make you nostalgic for?
Oh my god, I have no idea. Um,
I have something if you wanna think about it.
please go for it.
I don't remember if I told this story on here or not, but Rocky 2 being up on the table in the restaurant reminded me of something. Um, when Liam was a baby, we went out to this Chinese restaurant that we'd never been to before. Well, we'd heard good things. It's just this little strip mall place, and there's like nobody else in there. We're eating dinner, and Liam has a blowout, needs to get changed.
Oh.
So, like, we're gonna take him into the bathroom and, but I don't remember, but I don't think there was a changing station set up in the bathroom, which was like it's exhausting. And not for nothing, like, world, I hope in the last 15 years you've gotten better about this, but men's bathrooms need changing stations in them. Like, some places do, some places don't, but the assumption that only the mom is changing the diaper is ridiculous and flawed. Uh,
Mhm.
the number of times I was out someplace and needed to change a diaper and there was no changing table in the men's room. Like, there are times when I went in the women's restroom, I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go in here and change this baby." Like, I gotta change this baby. And other times, you get good at it, you can just do it on your own lap, you know? You just
Yeah.
put the baby down, you handle it all, you can do it. I was champ at this shit. But the restaurant offered us would just put him here on this table where other people might eat later.
Oh god.
We declined, um, and decided at that point we were not going to eat there ever again because of that. Like, they were just trying to help, but that's like when keeping it real goes wrong. Like, that was no, that you don't try to help that way. That's bad help. Um, so restaurants, don't let people change shitty diaper babies on your tables where people are going to eat food. It's unsanitary. It's not good. It's bad. So that's what this reminded me of, was that Chinese restaurant that I never once went back to after that, and for good reason.
Um, I feel like I always come up with, or not always, but like half the time I come up with stuff that I shouldn't be nostalgic for. Although, so my parents wanted, I think my sister as well, they wanted both of either one of us to get into golf because, like, that was going to be one of those things that set us for life. I don't know.
Sure.
It,
Women's golf scholarship kind of thing.
sure, but to that
Yeah.
end, I would have been like, could we talk about a more exciting game? Because from the beginning, I've never been interested in golf.
Mhm.
I'll leave it at that. Mini golf, absolutely. Mini golf sounds fun. Can I get a
Mhm.
scholarship in that? Can I become really good at that? Um, I do regret now not making time for like tennis,
Mm.
trying out for that and making myself available to like sports scholarships because like there are way more of those than theater scholarships. And granted, I got all those that I applied for at school, but still, all too
I
much.
think I think you're better off doing what you did. I think it's hard to get a tennis scholarship. You gotta be really good.
Well, and yeah, like I was never going to be amazing,
Right.
but I think the not even the scholarship part now. I regret not trusting that I could love theater and do other things.
Yeah.
I regret listening to my teachers making me feel that I had to do every show to
Mhm.
show my commitment. And I
Gotcha.
wish that younger me had felt empowered to be like, "Oh, I'm only ensemble in this. Fuck it. I'm going to try out for tennis this year," or like try
Mhm.
other things, see what I'm good at, find other
Yeah.
things to love. Um yeah. The scholarship is just like one part
Right.
of that.
Yep.
Um so
If it works out, it works out. But find something you love.
yeah.
Yep. And what I love is not changing dirty diapers on Chinese restaurant tables. But that's just me. All right, who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
Uh Honestly, only because she annoyed me the most, it's Kelly.
Okay.
I was so bothered by Kelly's outrage. And it's not
Yeah.
that it didn't come out of nowhere because it's kind of been brewing, but it's also so hypocritical. Like you're you're lusting for Brandon,
Mhm.
you're
She sees what it could be like to date Brandon. You get to go to all these fancy things. Like you could talk to the D or the chancellor about Madonna and shit, captivate the room. When you're with Dylan, you have to get up at 2 in the morning and go bail his ex-girlfriend out of prison. But not even just like you here's where Kelly gets a little bit of a pass.
sure.
They got up at 2 in the morning not to bail her out of jail, to inquire about bailing her out of jail. That's it. That's all they did. They got up, they put on clothes, they drove to the jail, and they asked a question. And Kelly's like, could have been an email. Like, I could have rolled back over if the answer was 50 grand and you got to wait till Max Cherry's bail bondsman opens up tomorrow.
Mm.
Um, that would have been the move, I think. So I get her being irritated. Because I could go hang out with Chancellor Arnold and Claire, but instead I got to do this shit.
I mean, and it's not even so much that, it's, Brandon wants to be involved, Dylan wants to be evolved.
Sure. Yeah. Wait till Kelly
Spinning
wants to
bars.
wait till Kelly wants to be evolved. Um, oh, you got no idea what you just said, but you said it. Um, yep, you said some things. Um, my worst person of the episode is Rush. Welcome to the party, pal. What a dick
Yeah.
you are. Uh, Shouts to the casting department because he looks like Steve's dad. Like those two dudes look like they're related. So they cast him as well as they cast Dylan's dad the second time.
Yeah.
Um, it's like, yeah, no, you guys got it. I would even say I think Jackie is well cast for looking like Kelly.
Yeah.
Um, Probably, maybe Felice. Maybe Felice is well cast for looking like Donna's mom. She's very severe. Um,
But yeah,
oh
no, I support your worst person. I don't know how, but I completely forgot about Rush, maybe because I just don't wanna think about mean parents.
yeah, Rush is just a dickhead. He really is. On the plus side, he is like we got Rush for the long haul. You know, like he's a parent, just like Mel is a parent, like Jackie's a parent. Not gonna be in every episode, but when he shows up, you know that there's some shenanigans afoot.
Bullshit.
Yeah, 100%. Um, Let me ask you one question before we wrap this up about uh David's. Remember when David and Donna were talking about Brenda getting arrested when this was really Donna's thing?
Yeah.
And Donna's like, "Well, you don't think I have the guts to?" And he's like, "No, no, no. You have judgment, and I don't think Brenda does." Um, do we feel like that was about Shannon? But also, what do you think about that about Brenda and Donna as a differentiator in their personalities?
I don't think anyone gives Donna the chance to have judgment. Everyone's making decisions for her
Yeah.
and enabling her. Like,
Hmm.
my goodness, she's gonna have such a problem with learned helplessness.
Mm, yeah.
Hi, honey, call me in a few years.
There you go.
Um, I I also don't think Donna would trust her judgment because
Mm,
anytime I feel like the one time she had judgment and stood up for something was I was thinking about my favorite episode earlier when she made the speech about swimming,
yeah. Yep.
and the importance of sex education.
Hmm.
That's the one time Donna has gotten to stand up for herself for something. And I've been really annoyed this season with how they're writing her, and I'm
Yeah.
scared this is gonna be a continuation because I don't think it's fair to the character. I don't think it's fair to Tori. I guess if you were having fun with it, fine. It makes me sad.
Yeah. like there were other moments where Donna has stood up, and they've been things like the "Don't Call Me Stupid" episode.
Yes.
And also every time she gets sick of Brenda and Kelly fighting with each other, and she yells at them to knock it off.
Well, and also
Um,
saying no to David about having sex. Like
Mhm.
she has gotten to express these things, but it's like the more that she gets to, the more she turns into herself and is or like goes inward
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't know, you decide. Or like, Brenda, what do you think?
yeah.
And I think Brenda does also have judgment. I think she also is just she leads with her emotions.
I, here's what it is. I think they both lead with their emotions. It's just different emotions.
Yeah.
I think when something bad happens, Donna gets sad. And when something bad happens, Brenda gets angry. And so Donna acts out of her sadness,
Mhm.
which is like eventually to like tell people to shut up and stop treating her bad. But for a while, she like is a mopey moperson about it because she just, makes her sad. Um, Brenda is like, that dog that I barely knew just died. Let's burn the world down. Like she
Yeah.
goes again, 0 to 60 real fast. Um, but I think that I don't know that Brenda doesn't have judgment. I don't think David's right about that. I think what Brenda has is rage, and she acts from her rage. Um,
It all so much of what she was feeling and experiencing this episode, it felt so deeper. It felt like she's hurting from Stuart. She's hurting from Dylan still, like not fully grieving that breakup. Um, I mean, Brenda feels alone
mhm.
in more ways than one. And also,
Probably bored. She hadn't had much to do this year since
well, yeah.
Stewart.
And like also, David, you're the last person I'm gonna listen to about judgment because you're still like you've got therapy wisdom right now, and that's
Yeah,
lovely. Please come join us, other commoners.
I'll say this in David's defense: no hat.
No hat.
So he's probably onto something. Uh, all right. I think we did it.
Did it.
All right. So join us here on Friday, Cheesemeisters, when we're going to watch Legally Blonde 2, because apparently it is apt, as I've said, because Leslie has explained to me what happens in this movie. So we're going to watch that. And then join us here next Wednesday when we watch season 4, episode 25. The time has come today. Um, I'm interested in your reaction to this episode.
God.
Yep. There you go. That's all I'm saying about time has come today.
It's gonna make me mad.
I don't know if it's going to make you mad or not. I'm just interested in your reaction. Um, my guess is it's going to make you um, perplexed. Like, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of, what are we doing in this episode?
Can't
Coming
wait.
from you. Yep. So that'll be fun, Cheesemeisters. And if you know the episode, you'll understand why that's why I'm curious about this. So yeah, time has come today, you guys. So until then, Cheesemeisters.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Hey, that's Pop Tart update. Leslie made a Pop Tart and she ate it. Everybody,
I did
Pop
it.
Tart up.
I'm
And
sorry.
was it? Wait, is it good?
It is good. It's
All right, she did it. Um, Leslie has figured out how to make a Pop Tart. Yeah.
just a little